Hey! Hands off, Peepin' Bob! This here's my secret box. Besides, if I showed you what was inside, it wouldn't be a secret anymore.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you didn't notice in SpongeBob SquarePants.
It's a map to the lost episode of SpongeBob I lost.
It's a dream come true.
So, Mr. Krabs is operating under the table, huh?
Oh, you took me by surprise.
Surprise!
No!
For this list, we'll be looking at small details, in-jokes, and Easter eggs that you might have missed in this long-running Nicktoon. Did you catch any elusive details in SpongeBob? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, 2001 A Sponge Odyssey, Sandy's Rocket. If you're going into space, you might as well pack some light reading, or heavy reading, depending on how long the voyage is. Light or heavy, there's no gravity anyway.
This isn't for fun. See this? This is science. I don't have time for fun and games, and I don't have time for stowaways.
When SpongeBob and Patrick launch Sandy's rocket, several items float by as they leave Earth. Among Sandy's inventory is a book entitled 2001, a nod to Stanley Kubrick's 1968 sci-fi film and its subsequently released companion novel. The music even sounds a bit like the classical pieces that Kubrick used in his picture.
Hey! Somebody get me down! Or up or something! Hey, SpongeBob, what's this?
Hey, you got your toothpaste in my peanut butter.
We don't know about you, but if we went to space, we'd probably pack the Lord of the Rings trilogy. On that note, another episode makes a sneaky reference to one of Gandalf's most famous lines, "Keep it secret, keep it safe."
So, would you like to secret size that for $2 more?
Of course.
Number 9, Uncle Sherm's namesake, Crabborg. Over the years, we've met many of SpongeBob's relatives and ancestors. In Season 3, SpongeBob name drops another member of the SquarePants family. Having watched a scary movie, SpongeBob fears that anyone he knows could be a robot, including his Uncle Sherm.
What if Mom is a robot? What if Uncle Sherm is a robot? What if Gary is a robot?
At the time, we all thought, Uncle who? Having never seen or heard of the character before. That's because SpongeBob's voice actor, Tom Kenny, improvised the line. He apparently got the name from Sherm Cohen, who served as a storyboard supervisor on this episode and various others. Uncle Sherm would later be written into the show as Stanley S. SquarePants' father.
I have a note from him somewhere. Oh, right, it's in here. Here it is.
Dear SpongeBob, I'm sending your cousin Stanley to live with you. He can't hold down a job and he ruins everything he touches.
We've only ever seen photos of Uncle Sherm, however. We wonder if Sherm Cohen can also fit a watermelon up his nose.
That's not the kind of famous I mean.
Number 8, What's in the Box? The secret box. We never thought we'd say this in a SpongeBob video, but spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen 7. In this episode, SpongeBob becomes obsessed with seeing what's inside Patrick's secret box.
I'm gonna find out what's in that secret box. I'm not gonna rest till I do.
The premise eerily calls David Fincher's 1995 psychological thriller to mind, particularly when Detective Mills opens a box with his wife's head seemingly inside. You might think we're grasping at straws, but one line clearly indicates that the SpongeBob writers knew what they were referencing.
Or maybe Patrick's a deranged maniac who keeps his victims' severed heads in a box.
Who said that SpongeBob was just for kids? Thankfully, there's no head in Patrick's box, although Patchy the pirate does send SpongeBob his head in another episode.
Surprise! It's Patchy the pirate. Happy birthday, SpongeBob.
Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "Bikini Bottom is a fine place and worth fighting for." We agree with the second part. Number 7, Hot Sauce Drop, Karate Choppers. Tom Kenny has made a few live-action pieces on the show, most notably as Patchy the Pirate. Before Patchy's debut, Kenny popped up as another live-action character.
I don't think so.
During a heated karate match, SpongeBob finds himself at Sandy's mercy when she whips out a bottle of volcano sauce. The hot sauce is so intense that a single drop sprouts a satanic red face.
By the powers of naughtiness, I command this particular drop of hot sauce to be really, really hot.
This is none other than Kenny, who shot the scene in a Nickelodeon bathroom with red makeup all over his face. According to Kenny, he had an audition after filming the hot sauce bit, but he didn't get all the makeup off, so he wound up going to the audition looking like his blood pressure was off the charts.
Thought you could sneak up on me at work, did ya? Well, you can't, 'cause I'm fast, I'm mean, and I can do this.
Number 6, Patchy was here. Sailor Mouth. Taking out the trash, SpongeBob comes across a series of anecdotes written on the dumpster.
Dumpster writing, the voice of the people. Up with bubbles, down with air. Stop!
We can't recite all of them without getting bleeped, but some of the most amusing ones include Dogfish loves catfish, Starfish rule, and Squidward smells. The highlight is a line that reads, Patchy was here. Although we're not sure how he would have gotten to Bikini Bottom, there's no doubt that Patchy the pirate wrote this.
How right you are, Patrick.
Perhaps Patchy was dumpster diving for SpongeBob's discarded items to add to his collection. We also like to think that Patchy is the mystery character who wrote one of 13 bad words on the dumpster. It makes sense for a pirate to have a sailor mouth.
That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles!
What a rip!
Number 5, SpongeBob's birthday. Sleepy time and no free rides. In the first season, SpongeBob dreams about getting his driver's license, a notion too good to be true.
I can't believe it. I sure take a good picture.
If you pause, you'll find that the ID includes SpongeBob's address, height, weight, and most notably, his birthday, July 14th, 1986. Being a dream, you might assume that this date isn't canon, especially since the show doesn't follow much continuity.
Tartar sauce. I'm going to a different dream.
The following season, when SpongeBob does get his license though, it possesses the same date of birth. With all subsequent appearances of SpongeBob's license, his birthday is absent. Nevertheless, July 14th is considered his official birth date, which is just one day after Tom Kenny's, July 13th. So if SpongeBob was born in 1986, would he be in his mid-30s now? How much is that in Sponge years?
Well, as of today, I am...
Number 4, Lost Treasures Found. Lost and Found. Going through the Krusty Krab's Lost and Found, SpongeBob comes across an assortment of bric-a-bracs, gewgaws, and tchotchkes from past adventures.
Wow! I love lost novelty items.
In the background, you could spot a stack of soda drinking hats, which weren't nearly as rare as collectors initially thought.
Didn't you hear? They found a whole warehouse full of them. They're worthless!
On another shelf, there's Squidward's souffle from Naughty Nautical Neighbours and one of the show's many obscure Finland references. The scene even includes several callbacks to the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, including a Goofy Goober guitar and costume, King Neptune's crown, and what might be the magical bag of wins. Or maybe that's just a regular bag, but we like to use our imagination.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. That's really something.
Speaking of which, is that the idiot box or a regular box? Number 3, SpongeBob's collection of thingamabobs. SpongeBob's Place and Plankton Gets the Boot. It appears SpongeBob also saved one of those soda drink hats for himself. It resurfaces in season 10 with many other familiar items in SpongeBob's house.
What do we do now, Gary? We've read every book and played every game.
His collection of callbacks include a Glove World balloon, the magic conch shell, a fish hook from Hooky, his FUN song ukulele, and the Eels and Escalators game. Eels and Escalators pops up again in the subsequent episode, as do several more toys and board games.
Oh boy! Does this mean you're gonna stay with me?
Yes!
To pass the time, SpongeBob breaks out Whirly Brain, Pretzel Pals, the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy paddleball set, Patrick, the game, Pin the Tail on the Seahorse, and the Flying Dutchman's treasure hunt, all while snacking on Kelpo and Krusty Krab pizza.
Hey, this is your safe place. It's okay to talk about your feelings.
What fun. Hey, we spot the letters F, U, and N too. Number 2, the number 11, Various. Just as Squidward can't get rid of SpongeBob, the number 11 also follows him everywhere. When SpongeBob decides to live among the jellyfish, Squidward bets that he won't last more than 11 minutes.
He took off his pants.
I'll give him a week.
I'll give him 11 minutes.
When stranded with SpongeBob and Patrick, Squidward asks why every 11 minutes of his life must be so miserable. Obviously, this can mean only one thing: a conspiracy.
You gotta understand, Patrick, I was trying... Oh, what I meant to say, some things just slip out. You gotta understand.
Or it could just be alluding to the fact that most SpongeBob episodes are roughly 11 minutes long. So what feels like a short time to us is an eternity to Squidward. 11 in general seems to be a bad omen on this show, whether it's someone saying the 11th naughty word or someone exploding from a pie bomb for the 11th time.
Yes, hello, doctor, hospital. Won't do any good. 11 times. Oh, he's a goner.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. SpongeBob's birthday guests. SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout. While the verdict is still out on SpongeBob's age, the show celebrated its 20th birthday in 2019.
What? Today? My birthday?
In the special, a shoal of characters returns for SpongeBob's big day. The guest lists include Princess Mindy from the first movie, the scrawny TV shark from Muscle Bob Buff Pants, Monty P. Moneybags from Artist Unknown, the eel who takes SpongeBob's ice cream in Walking Small, Frank the whale from Ripped Pants, and a couple of creatures from Rock Bottom, to name a few.
Yo, dude! Is this the line for SpongeBob's party?
Oh, yes. I brought the birthday cake.
Some of SpongeBob's enemies even show up, such as the Tattletale Strangler and Flats the Flounder. As a bonus, the voice of Flats and Strangler, Thomas F. Wilson, aka Biff from Back to the Future, also makes a live-action cameo as a dog walker.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.